Hello boys and girls, my name is Sergeant Manning. Today we are going to go over what you and your teacher should do in case of an emergency. For as long as you've been in school, you have been learning about and practicing fire drills so that you, your teacher, and your classmates will be prepared in case of an actual fire. Over the last few years, you have begun to practice lockdown drills. These drills are to help you prepare in case there is an intruder in the building. The purpose of both of these drills is to keep you safe in the event of an emergency. Over the last year, there's been a team of people from Tyngsboro Schools, Tyngsboro Fire, and Tyngsboro Police who have been working on ways to improve emergency procedures and making sure we are preparing to be safe in the best possible way. We decided that this year there would be some changes to our usual lockdown procedures. These changes mean that your teachers and the adults responsible for you in school will have choices besides a traditional lockdown when faced with an intruder in the building. Today, we want to tell you about these choices and demonstrate to you what they might look like in the classroom. Once all of the students in the building learn about these new procedures, we will hold drills throughout the school year, just like we practice fire drills through the year. The information we are about to share with you has already been shared with your parents and your teachers. First, if there is an intruder in the building, the first thing you will hear is a message over the intercom. Instead of just saying lockdown, lockdown, it may say something like, attention students and staff, lockdown, lockdown, there is a dangerous person in the lobby of the building. This information will be made over the loudspeaker, not to scare you, but to help your teacher make the best choice in how to respond. Now, what are the choices the teachers will have? Well, there are 4 choices: evacuate, lockdown, barricade, and counter. Once we go over each option, we will show you an example classroom and how they practice each of these responses. The first response we will cover is the evacuation option. If it is safe to do so, your teacher may decide to have to evacuate, which means leave the building. You must follow the teacher's instructions closely, remain quiet, move quickly, and leave the building. You will not go to the usual place you go to when there is a fire drill. Instead, you will follow your teacher or the adult you are with to the school's rally point. A rally point is a place that the fire and the police departments have decided is a safe place away from our school so that we can go to when we have to leave the building. So let's check in on our classroom to see how this should be done.
All right, could I please ask for someone to read number 1? We'll go over the best choices for that answer. Elizabeth.
One problem with relying...
Attention students and staff, lockdown, lockdown. There's a dangerous person in the main lobby of the building.
Pushing your chair, boys and girls, come on, quick. Quickly. Oh, go. Quickly. Keep going, keep walking, great job. Quickly. All the way, go.
Come on, you evacuation kids. Now, let's look at the lockdown option. Depending on where the intruder is in the building, the best plan may be to do a traditional lockdown. Just like we have practiced, the door is locked, the lights are off, and the students and teachers all gather in the designated safe zone, and everyone remains silent. This is what the lockdown option will look like in your classroom.
One problem with relying on electricity made by wind power is that...
Ann, did you cross out any bad answers?
No.
Attention student staff, lockdown, lockdown. There is a dangerous person in the main lobby of the building.
Boys and girls, please, quickly, push your chairs in. Help each other. Move those chairs back. Relax in.
Perfect example of a lockdown. Good job, boys and girls. The next option is barricade, which is a lot like the lockdown option that you just saw. If the teacher or other adult decides to remain in the classroom in a lockdown, then he or she may also barricade the doors. This means moving heavy desks, tables, and chairs in front of the door in order to block it from an intruder. After barricading the door, all students and staff would still move to the room's designated safe zone. So, let's look in on the barricade option and see what it should look like.
Vaughn, could you please read question number 2?
Wind farms are usually built.
And did you get rid of any bad answers?
By farmers.
Attention students and staff, lockdown, lockdown. There is a dangerous person in the main lobby of the building.
Boys and girls, quickly, push your chairs in the safe zone. Jack, get the chairs. All right, grab a desk, slide that way. That's it. Nice job, boys, right in the corner. Shh.
Good job on that barricade. The last choice that we will cover is the counter option. This is a choice your teacher will make as a last resort, and only if you are all in immediate danger. You should consider countering if you have locked and barricaded the door and an intruder has still managed to get into the room. The plan at this point is to distract the intruder by yelling and throwing things at him or her. Please remember, this is not fighting the intruder, but distracting the intruder, and is only chosen as a very last option should the intruder get into the classroom. Let's see how our practice classroom handles the counter option.
All right, boys and girls, can I please ask, Vaughn, would you read number 3, please?
Wind engineers are working to find a way to.
Great. And what did you decide was the best answer?
Attention students and staff, lockdown, lockdown. There is a dangerous person in the main lobby of the
Boys and
building.
girls, quickly grab something, push your chairs and enter the safe zone. Quickly, help each other. Quickly. All the way back. Come back. There we go. All right. Boys and girls, you can have some adjustments.
Good job, kids. These are the drills that you will be practicing over the next few months of school. You will also practice going to your rally point with a teacher or an adult. Parents and guardians will be notified when you do this practice. And we encourage you to talk with your parents or guardians at home about what you learned today. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, so let's go back and see if our students have any questions.
You did a great job. We just went through the 4 different options there could be in case of an emergency. Excellent, excellent work. What I do want to know is if any of you have any follow-on questions. Excellent.
What would we get if we're in the bathroom or hallway?
Great question. What to do if you're in the bathroom or the hallway in case of an emergency. If you're in the hallway, I want you to go to the closest room. It might be an office, it might be a classroom, but go to that closest room as quickly as possible. If you're in the bathroom, I want you to go to the farthest place away from the door. That might be a stall, it might be over by the sink, and stay there. Do not come out until an adult you know comes in and tells you it is safe to do so. Any other questions? Alexa?
What if we do if we're outside at recess?
If you're at recess, you'll be with adults, and I want you to stop and listen to those adults. They will tell you to go to a rally point, and you'll all go quickly and quietly together. Nick?
Where's our rally point?
The rally point is a place the adult will tell you at that time. As a school, we'll be practicing that, so you'll all know where that rally point is when the time comes. But great, good question. Great job today, boys and girls. Thank you.
Thanks for your questions, and thanks to all of you for your attention. I wish you all a very happy, healthy, and safe school year.